Hello and welcome. The movie begins at an orphanage, on a normal, happy day. The children are playing, and the kind headmistress, Sally, is watching over them. Suddenly, a special visitor arrives. It is Daniel. Sally welcomes him with joy. Daniel is a regular visitor. He comes every holiday to see the children, always bringing toys and gifts for them. He is very kind. Sally invites him to stay for a while, but Daniel says he has plans to go to a game. However, before he leaves, he asks Sally about the children she takes care of. Sally explains to him about the children's lives. She tells him that taking care of orphans is not easy. Each child has their own sad story, their own fears, and their own struggles. After listening carefully to the story of each child, Daniel gets an idea. He observes the children's moods and their current situations. He decides to tell them a story, a special story, where the characters share the names of these very children, hoping to give them hope and inspiration for a better life. Daniel gathers the children and begins his tale. In the story, long ago, in a faraway island kingdom, there lived a kind king. This king created a powerful medallion from his own crown. This medallion was magical. It had the power to grant wishes and make commands come true. With the power of the stone inside the medallion, the king was able to defeat his enemies and bring peace. However, the king's son, Huko, was jealous. He took the medallion and caused the magical stone to be lost. Without the stone, the medallion lost its power. Because the medallion was powerless, an evil warlord named Cobra was able to invade. Cobra conquered the kingdom and destroyed everything. After the kingdom fell, the king took the empty medallion and hid it deep in the forest to keep it safe. The king died, protecting the secret of the medallion's location. Daniel continues the story. Moving forward many years to the present day, we meet Mr. Michael, an archaeologist who runs an antique excavation business. He and his team are searching for that same lost medallion. They have been searching for months, but they haven't found anything. While Michael is working, his son Billy sneaks onto the excavation site. Billy wants to help his father, so he tries to do the work himself. But Michael catches him. He tells Billy that the site is dangerous and forbidden for children, and he sends Billy home. Things are going badly for Michael. After months of failure, his excavation business is deep in debt. A wealthy man named Cobb buys the entire business, taking everything Michael owns. Now the business is about to shut down. Billy finds out about this terrible news. He goes home to ask his father about it. Meanwhile, Cobb, the wealthy man, desperately wants the medallion. He suspects that Billy might know something about it, so he orders his men to watch Billy closely. On his way home, Billy meets his best friend Allie, an orphan. They talk for a while, and then Billy walks her back to the orphanage before heading home. When Billy gets home, he finds his father looking depressed. He asks if everything is okay. His father explains that the business is closed, and he has lost everything searching for the medallion. He says he is going to give up, but Billy is not ready to give up. He is even more determined than his father. He decides he will find the medallion himself. While he is thinking, Allie arrives. She tells Billy that she is going to leave the village to find her mother. Billy comforts her. He makes a deal with her. If they read an old book from his house together, she must promise not to leave. Allie agrees. They read the book together. Through the clues in the book, they discover the true location of the lost medallion. However, Billy doesn't realize that Cobb's men are watching his every move. The next morning, Billy and Allie go to the location to search for the medallion. But Cobb's men, having heard everything, are already there searching for medallion. Billy and Allie see them and hide, waiting for them to leave. Their plan seems ruined. But after Cobb's men give up and leave, Billy and Allie decide to check one last time before going home. Their metal detector beeps. They dig into the ground, and incredibly, they find the lost medallion. But their luck runs out. Cobb's men spot them. They see the medallion in Billy's hand, and demand that he give it to them. Billy refuses to give up the treasure. He and Allie run away. They manage to distract the men and escape. Following Allie's advice, Billy puts the medallion round his neck for safekeeping and runs home to show his father. When they get to Billy's house, they find a terrifying scene. It is not what they expected. Cobb's men are already there, and they have captured Billy's father. In a moment of panic and desperation, Billy touches the medallion and shouts, "I wish this whole mess had never happened." Suddenly, the medallion glows. The magic works. In an instant, Billy and Allie are transported back in time. They arrive in the era just after the good king died. In this time, the villagers believe that whoever wears the medallion is the true king. When they see Billy wearing it, they think the new king has arrived. The whole village treats Billy like royalty and holds a celebration in his honor. But not everyone is happy. The dead king's son Hugo is furious. He is jealous that a normal boy like Billy is being treated as the king instead of him. Meanwhile, the evil warlord Cobra hears the news. He has been searching for the medallion for years. As soon as he hears it has been found, he brings his entire army to the village to take it. While Billy and Hugo are arguing over who owns the medallion, Cobra and his soldiers are already arrived behind them. They easily overpower the children and capture Allie. So Billy, who has no choice, gives medallion to Cobra to save Allie. He takes it back to his own island, kingdom, to celebrate his victory. The medallion is gone. Billy and his friends know. They have to get it back, but they are just a group of kids. They cannot fight Cobra's massive army alone. They decide to seek help from a wise old man named Felica, who lives in the mountains. Felica sees that the children are brave and determined. He agrees to help them train. He gives each child a specific task to complete, teaching them skills and teamwork. After they successfully complete their training, Felica joins them on their journey to retrieve the medallion. As they travel, Cobra's soldiers spot them. The soldiers chase them. Billy, using his quick thinking, comes up with a plan. He sets up a rope line from a high cliff to the other side. The group slides across the rope, escaping Cobra's men just in time. Back at his palace, Cobra is wearing the medallion. He knows it grants wishes. He stands before his army and shouts, "I decree for that island to be destroyed by fire from the sky," pointing at his enemy's island, but nothing happens. The medallion does not work for him. Furious, Cobra turns to his advisor and asks, "Why won't the medallion work for me?" The advisor is terrified. He knows the truth, but is afraid to say it. He tries to give Cobra other advice, but Cobra is tired of useless advice. He demands the truth. Trembling, the advisor tells him, "The medallion only works for someone with a kind heart." Hearing this, Cobra goes into a rage. He kills the advisor instantly. Meanwhile, Billy and his team have crossed the mountains and forests. They steal a boat from Cobra's soldiers and sail toward Cobra's island. They arrive in the morning. Billy decides to split the group. He tells Allie and Felica to stay behind, while he and the other boys go to get the medallion. But the island is heavily guarded. Cobra's soldiers are everywhere. Almost immediately, Billy and his team are captured. Allie sees this. She realizes she has to act. She creates a distraction to draw the soldiers away. She manages to rescue Billy and the others. They continue their journey and reach the beach. Felica takes a moment to speak to Billy. He sees that Billy is obsessed with finding the medallion to prove himself. Felica tells him, "Something what you are seeking is already inside of you." He tries to make Billy understand that his true worth comes from his heart, not the treasure. But tragedy strikes. While Felica is talking, a soldier shoots a crossbow from the shadows, aiming at Billy. Felica steps in front of the arrow to save Billy. He is hit and dies right there on the beach. After Felica's death, the group is sad but united. They decide to work together to finish the mission. They grab floating logs and swim toward Cobra's palace. Inside the palace, Cobra and his army are celebrating. They are preparing to attack another island. They eat and drink until they all fall asleep. Billy and his friends sneak into the palace. They find Cobra sleeping on his throne, with the medallion around his neck. They prepare to steal it, but Billy hesitates. He doesn't take it immediately. In that split second, Cobra wakes up. He grabs Billy, and the soldiers surround them. Billy is captured again. But Cobra's new advisor has an idea. He tells Cobra not to kill Billy instead. He suggests that Cobra should befriend Billy. If Billy trusts him, maybe Billy can use the medallion's power for Cobra. Cobra likes this plan. He lies to Billy. He tells Billy that all his friends are dead. He treats Billy like a special guest, trying to manipulate him. But Billy is smart. He knows Cobra is evil and is just using him. He refuses Cobra's offer. He manages to escape from his cell. He finds his friends, who are alive but are being forced to work as slaves in a labor camp. Billy frees them. He tells Ali and the other prisoners to fight back. Just then, Cobra prepares his army for war. But the prisoners break free and attack the soldiers. A huge battle begins. In the chaos, Billy confronts Cobra. He manages to snatch the medallion. He tries to run, but Cobra grabs Ali and holds her hostage. Billy is trapped. He can't leave Ali, but instead of giving the medallion back, he decides to fight. He attacks Cobra. Cobra fights back. One of Cobra's own soldiers tries to intervene to help his master. But in the struggle, Cobra accidentally scratches his own neck with his poisoned fingernail. The poison works fast. Cobra becomes dizzy and weak. Billy tries to grab the medallion again. In the struggle, Cobra stumbles backward and falls off a high cliff. He plunges into the deep abyss below, taking the medallion with him. With the evil warlord Cobra gone, the villagers are free and happy. Billy and his friends search for the medallion. They find it. Using its power, they wish to return to their own time. In a flash, they are back in the present day. Billy, still in fighting mode, sees Cobb's men, the bad guys from the beginning. He attacks them, thinking they are still enemies. But something has changed. Because Cobra died in the past, his descendant, Cobb, never existed. The bad guys are now just normal people. Billy realizes his mistake and apologizes to them. He then goes to his father. He gives him the lost medallion. His father is overjoyed. The search is finally over. The story ends here. We return to the orphanage. Daniel finishes telling the story. He explains the lesson to the children. Even though they are orphans, they are brave and they have value inside them. The children who used to fight and feel lonely now understand. They start playing together happily, treating each other like family. Daniel says goodbye to Miss Sally and leaves. And so, the movie ends.